Okay. Sorry. This is part two or continuation of part one. Basically, as I was saying before I got the phone call, um, when I first started this process, it's of really just thinking about building a food stand. I looked on Facebook, and there was this company, and I didn't realize that I could have got a building probably closer. But I had this building that's specifically made. There was a company out of Alabama. I'm in Tennessee, so. But anyway, I told them that I needed this building, which it was like I said, a shed. I needed it to have two windows. I needed a window for the front that would be a service window. The back window would be for an air conditioner. Because I knew that cooking out of a food stand, you're going to have, if you're going to be in here a long period of time during the day, you're going to need heat. You're going to need air. Like this is hot summertime, 90 degrees outside. So I mean, there's no way I could cook out of this building without some air on. So I had to put a window in there for that, specifically for that. So it had to have two windows. I think it was like the end of maybe August, early part of September, or maybe the end of, might have been the end of September, but it was like the end of October before I actually got my building. So I got my building, and the building had no electricity, no water. It didn't even have walls. Um, the first process of this was my mom had a little elderly friend who traveled all the way from here, and he wanted to take up the job. He said he was helping me, but in reality, as I look back, I felt like he was helping himself. He made some money. Um, Basically, he got part of the job done because he just did not work long when he come. He would work a few hours, and he come all the way down here and didn't get much done. So he got part of the building wired on the inside. He practically got all of it wired, but one fixture. I think the fixture over by the front door here. He did not get that wired. He got about, I'd say, not even 75% of the wall put up because I had to finish the wall. He got about, I'd say, anywhere from 55 to 60% of the wall done. I had to finish the rest. I had to finish the roofing, put the roof up, and I mean, it wasn't a professional job, but I was trying to get the job done. Um, and it cost me, that was just getting this part done, getting the walls and the um everything done, the electric. So we got to that part. So he kind of threw me off. The little guy said, "Well, you can't afford to get electricity, so get a generator." So, because I didn't know what route to take, I didn't know, but I said, "Well, I'm gonna have a refrigerator in there and cooking and stuff." So I don't know. I've never used a generator. So I just got tired. To make a long story short, with him, I just got tired of dealing with this fella. Cause I was just thinking that he's just leading us astray. My mama couldn't see this. She felt like he was um doing us. He was just doing a good job, and he could fit. He couldn't. He's 80 years old, and he was doing it by himself. Even the young guy of the crew that I had come in to finish the job up as far as my electricity, he had a whole crew. They did it within a few hours. They hooked up my electricity, and it's actually running off of my home electricity. This building is connected to the house as far as electricity and water. Um, yeah, that costs the whole process. I'd say we're talking. I'm going to estimate about $9,000 with the building, the electric, and all of that, the walls, and that what you're looking at in here, as far as the walls and stuff. That I now the walls, I was cheap with that. After he put the sheetrock, I went to the Dollar Tree and I just used whatever in Walmart, whatever I could find, and I'd say that right there cost me a good $500. I really didn't save a whole lot because it cost me a good $500 just to cover this wall with something. I didn't need anything fancy because it's just for me to cook out of, but I wanted it to be decent and stuff. So we got that. Originally with the water, I had got a water bladder. Um, and I used like those little pumps. I didn't have hot water. So I did a trial run. I cooked out of this building in April. Health inspector said, no, you're going to have real water. So he kept coming back, working with me, and then he heard about my trial run. And he said, you can't cook out of this building until you get all of the water and sewage. So I had to do sewage, get somebody to come in and do water and sewage. So there's this company in this part of the area called Tim Ferguson Plumbing. So they came in and did my water. That was another $5,000. So now we're up to at least $15,000 for this little building that I'm sitting out of. 15,000. Okay. And then I wanted to see if I could kind of cut costs again with sewage. So I asked the health inspector of Tennessee, or of this area, can I do like a gray water tank or something like they use in a camper? And he says no. His boss says no. It has to be hooked up to city sewage. The water had to be hooked up to city water. So I said, okay. So it kind of set me back because it's like, oh my God, I am never going to get this process complete. It's just setback after setback. And it's like, oh man, it's enough to discourage a person. Okay, so the sewage part, that was another $1,500. But this guy was, I'm not sure if he was licensed, but he knew what he was doing. Because Tim Ferguson, that company, was going to charge me another $3,000 to do my sewage along with the water. And I said, well, no, let's just do the water, and I'll see what I can do about getting the other. Just don't worry about the water, because that would have been $8,000 just sewage and water if I went through that company. So I got this guy. Like I said, I don't know if he was licensed. I don't know. He might have been Shade Tree, but he knew what he was doing. So he ran me a line from the public sewage line all the way up to the building. Okay, like I said, we're at 16,000 so far. That ain't counting all the other stuff that I've spent money on, to get this building where it is. I tried to cut costs as much, like my refrigerator. It's just an old used refrigerator that actually the guy that did my electric, he had it in his little shop, and he said he wasn't using it anymore, so he sold it to me for $125. My mom had that little bedroom refrigerator because I needed more space for food storage. I gave her $60 for it. So I downsized it, or did what I could really cheap. But I really wasn't able to cut a whole lot of costs with this building. Um, I'd say in all, before it was over with, I have spent a good, along with my old man and my mom helped me, but all of us together on this building has spent a good 20 to 25,000. Oh yeah, to for this kitchen to pass inspection, it had to have a hooded vent over the fryer area. So you see the hooded vent there, and behind me is that's my fryer right here. It's basically not it's not really professional grade, but it does the trick because I cook all my fried foods out of that. Um, and then like say my hamburgers, I just this stuff I could get from Amazon and um, and Walmart. So this grill, this Amazon, all my crock pots, Walmart. But you got your hot foods, your sides. So this right here, that's for my sides. Um, but my air conditioner, it came from Walmart. I didn't get the one that cost a whole lot because um like I said, I was trying to cut costs as much as I could, but it wasn't easy. You still in a project like this, you're gonna be out a lot of money. Um, there was so much stuff that had to be done before I could just see what even legally set in this building and cook out of it. Oh, and it had to have a hand washing sink. So, a commercial kitchen has to have a hand washing sink. It has to have three compartment sink. It has to have like a mop um, sink. And I tell you what I use for my mop sink and hit past inspection. It's those little dishwashing tubs that they use to wash dishes in um, at the campgrounds. It's like I don't know if you can see it from here, but you see the little gray and white thing there next to the bleach bottle. That's what I'm using for, and that's also my drainage. I got the drainage pipes I got down there is flexible, so I can remove that to pour my mop water down. That didn't cost much, maybe $20. I don't even know if I gave that much for the for that. It didn't cost much at all. No, it didn't cost much at all. Oh my God, what is that doing there? I guess because I touched the screen. Yeah, that was like it might have been. I know it was $10 to $20, or maybe less than that. That, and I did my own drainage pipes in there under my sink. I did not get anybody. What I could do on my own, I did. That I knew how to do. Like I said, I did my flooring. I put down my tile myself. The wall paper or whatever you see on the wall, I put all of that. This is me. I did it. The little decorations, like those little bread things you're looking at. All that is the little plastic party plates from Dollar Tree. Um, you can get, I don't know, 50 of them for $1.25. So you get and I used them for borders. I seen that, I got that idea off of YouTube. I seen somebody else, because I need, that was doing things for their walls, and looking for decorating ideas. So I got that off of YouTube. Um, and with this being 8 by 12, the countertops, I got them at Lowe's. The guy did come back and he helped me put those in that, but he did not. I would have rather had my My mom's friend put that over there, but I would have rather had all of my countertops down this way, the long way, because that's where the bulk of the building is longer that way than it is that way. So, but anyway, yeah, it costs, and it's taken me. I got the building at least 9, 10 months ago, so it taken me 10 months to legally cook out of this building. And this is my first day. I've had two customers, and I'm not gonna let that discourage me, even though I know a lot of money's been spent just for me to even do this out this building and not feel like, oh no, I'm gonna get caught cooking out of my own building in my own yard. Yeah, but if I could just help somebody with this video that maybe wanted to put up a food stand on their property and sell food plates, because it's just a food stand, and I'm not dining. I'm just cooking or preparing food and selling it out of a service window. Is basically what I'm doing. It's like I guess food stand slash ghost kitchen. Cause I mean, but it is I wanted to be professional. Yeah, I could have kept cooking out of my house, but I don't know. It's just something about that process I don't like. It just, I mean, people do it all the time, cook and sell plates out of their home all the time. But I just wanted a more professional setting. Um, than just cooking out the house, and I wanted to have a full menu, and I do. I have a full menu with my. I created it myself with my computer and or laptop and printer. Ink is high though, and I did my own. Yeah. Also, I have like an online ordering process where people can go on and order their plates or meals, and my prices are really cheap because all I have is me. Where a lot of these other food, like restaurants, private owned restaurants, they have themselves and employees to pay. So their prices therefore have to reflect their their upkeep of what they are out expense wise, and so they can have money left over after they, oh, excuse me, after it's said and done. But anyway, yeah, I can't really think of anything else to say on this process. Like I said, I just wanted to help uh, people that may be thinking of doing this. And if you got any questions or anything, feel free to hit me up at the bottom of this video, and I'll be more than welcome to answer questions, tell you your best route things. I live in city limit area, so it's certain things as far as the sewage that it's according to where you live. Say you live way out somewhere that's more rural, and you wanted to do this, and you have to keep in mind location. The only reason I wanted to do it because I know I live next to. I'm looking at traffic going by now on the main stretch going through town. I can see the people stop the first stoplight right here at my food stand, so I can see cars going by. Um, yeah, just yeah. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them at the bottom of the screen there, at the bottom of this video, and I'll be sure to answer them. Um, and so, like, say, if I had it to do over again, I would have opted for a bigger space than 8 by 12, because 8 by 12 you're not going to get a whole lot in here. I wouldn't have enough room. I barely have enough room for a refrigerator. So if I was going to do it again, I would probably do a 12 by 12, big enough to get a cooking stove in here. More storage for your supplies and your cookware or whatever you need when you're cooking. I don't care if you are just cooking out of a building. You need to have enough room for your microwave. See, I don't even have that in here because I won't have room for it. So once I cook the food, I wouldn't be able to reheat anything. That's why I don't cook the meat or the french fries unless they ordered it. Now, as far as my sides, okay, I got like corn on the cob, green beans, baked beans, um, and stuff like that. I got basically three hot sides or warm sides, and then I have some cold sides like coleslaw, macaroni salad, stuff like that. Um, yeah, that's the only thing that I have. Is so you want to keep it limited. Like if you got a small space, you cannot have a really extensive menu. Um, I wanted to give people stuff that they normally can't get at a food stand. Like, say, I have extensive dessert. I may downsize some. I got 6 desserts. I have a homemade pineapple cake. I have homemade coconut cake. Two different types of no bake cheesecakes, cream cheesecakes, and stuff like that, with a strawberry and a blueberry on top. Then I have caramel pie. So yeah, I have extensive list of desserts, and I always with each meal that they get, say they're getting a hamburger. I like to give two sides with it, so I give them hamburger, not just French fries, and they get that, and a dessert and a drink, and I get maybe $11 for that. Um, so my prices are really reasonable. But anyway, I wanted to do the home cooked meal setting with fast food at the same time. Um, that's what I wanted to offer the public. Uh, Most people don't have extensive. Most of the time, you don't get that many sides at a food stand like this. Um, the that is very limited, and you have to, because of the lack of space and the lack of equipment that I have. So I have to work because I'm really working, still working from my home kitchen, but I'm bringing it all to my food stand and uh, trying to present it in a professional way. And most of all of my supplies, like my to go plates and stuff, and cups and lids and straws and all that. I ordered it off Amazon. My groceries, I just go to Walmart and pick them up, or the other local grocery store in town, to pick them up. But anyway, I can't think of anything else. If you have any questions, just hit me up. I'm gonna close out because it's getting late. I usually stay open, so it's like almost 4 o'clock, and I usually work from 11:30 to 4:30, um, serving plates. So I am gonna shut it down so I can kind of store my food and prepare for tomorrow. I'll only be open a few hours less tomorrow because I have a part-time job as well. Yeah, I still have to work. All right. Thank you guys for listening, and you have a blessed day, rest of the day, morning, evening, night, whatever time it is you saw this video. Good day.